My 23F boyfriend, 24M, is terrified of having sex with me and I don't know why, or how to bring it up. So as the title says, he's terrified of having sex with me. We've been together for almost 6 months now, and every time I attempt to get intimate, he's never initiated. He always manages to deflect so smoothly, I don't even realize at the moment. He's fine with kissing and cuddling, and about 50% of the time he just walks up and kisses me while I'm doing something, or just grabs me to cuddle, but if I take it further, he'll change the topic or the mood. Like if we're watching a movie or something, and I start feeling him up, he'll turn it into play wrestling, and after we're done, I'm usually too sweaty or tired to have sex. I'm cool if he's waiting until marriage or something, because other than this one thing, he's an otherwise amazing person, but I just need him to say that. None of this weird deflection stuff that's driving me mad. If at any point, he'd said, I don't want to have sex, for X reason, I'd have either accepted it, or broken up with him. I've been single long enough to know how to look after myself, so it's not like I need him to sleep with me. We used to only see each other on weekends, but I haven't tried anything since he moved in a month ago, because I realized that I'd just get turned down, and I know how annoying it feels to be harassed into having sex. Before anyone starts with the red flag girl, break up with him. Or some crap, he's a great boyfriend in person. He's thoughtful, loving, smart, he's working towards his PhD in biochemistry, and also super attractive. This weekend, we both got kind of drunk, me more than him, and for whatever reason, he was looking so sexy that I couldn't resist myself. He kissed me, and instead of just kissing him back normally, I shoved my hand down his pants. It was like I electrocuted him. He jerked away, and the expression on his face was one of pure terror. And I didn't really realize that until this morning. I just thought I accidentally scratched him down there or something. He just quietly put away the drinks, and pushed me to bed. We usually sleep together, but just sleep. I passed out afterward, and I think he slept in the guest bedroom, but I don't know because he's really good at cleaning things up and I woke up around 1 p.m. with a super hazy memory. The only reason I realized that that night was real, was because he fucking flinched when I kissed him after lunch. He made really good scrambled eggs. And he's been a bit more, I guess, wary around me when I hug him, or crawl into his lap to cuddle, normal stuff that he was fine with. Like if my hand even goes near his thighs, he'll shift away, or hold my hands, or something else. And I don't even know how to bring it up, because it's such a weird question. Do I just ask him, why don't you want to have sex with me? From previous experience with my exes, blunt questions usually don't go over well, and I don't want to tank this relationship over something so simple. Edit. First of all, for those of you accusing me of sexual assault, when we were making out, he was lying down, I was straddling his waist while holding his face, and he had his arms wrapped around my back and head, pulling me into him. From previous experience, this is usually the part where clothes come off, so I assumed it would be fine. It was not. My bad, and he doesn't seem to be mad at me and is acting normal. I apologized for the weekend, and he just waved it off and said it was fine. I was drunk and it was just a shock. I said I wouldn't do it again, and he just smiled and kissed my cheek, so I think we're good. Also, from what I could feel, yes, he has a penis, and no, it isn't small. About his sexuality, I'm like 99% certain he isn't gay, but I don't know if he's asexual. Second, we didn't get to talk about the sex thing, because he came home upset because apparently the transduction didn't work properly, and now he has to regrow the cell lines or something? I didn't really understand it, but he's upset, so we just kind of cuddled, ordered pizza, and now he's sleeping with me this time. Before we get into the update, I want to answer a few questions. Why did you let him move in? Because his rent was going up by like $250 a month at the end of last year. He would be locked in a 6-month contract, and I own my apartment. I'm giving him a 50% discount on his old rate because of a boyfriend discount I made up. He wanted to pay me the full amount, but I refused, and he decided to do most of the chores around the house, so it's fine. So far no problems. Why did you never talk about sex before? I just felt super awkward talking about it so clinically, and as one of the commenters mentioned, I wanted sex to happen organically, not because I pestered him into doing it. Now onto the update itself. I started off with an apology about what I did on Saturday again, and he waved it off just like last time, saying that I was drunk and it was just a shock. I still don't believe it was sexual assault like most of you say, and more of me reading this situation wrong, but it was wrong of me to do it when I knew he didn't want to take it any further than kissing. Then I started to poke into why he doesn't want to have sex with me, and like one of the commenters said, I made it more gentle. I said it almost word for word what Lord B. Wood said, and his response broke my heart. Fortunately, it isn't because he's gay, asexual, a virgin, or has a micropenis. He started off by going quiet, and it took a little more probing before he asked me not to laugh, and I feared it was the micropenis, but it was far worse. This man was essayed twice, once as a teenager by a teacher, which would also be pedophilia, and once a few years ago at a party. And both times, no one really took him seriously, and some of them fucking congratulated him on getting with the women. He tried to go to the cops the first time, and they made his life so much of a living hell that his family moved towns. And the second essay was almost just as bad. My boyfriend is a 6 feet 2 inches, somewhat fit, and very attractive man, so the girl who essayed him at a party basically blackmailed him into having sex with her by saying that she would scream rape, and no one would believe it was him who's innocent. And because no one other than his parents really took the event seriously, he thought that I would laugh at him too. Obviously I didn't, and at this point he was kind of crying, so I just hugged him and we sat there like that for a while. Honestly, the only reason I reacted so calmly was because after reading the comments I prepared myself for him to say he got essayed. Thanks for that, because I probably would have panicked and ruined my relationship otherwise. I apologized again, now that I knew his history, and he said that it brought back memories, and that's why he reacted like that. Now I feel horrible, and he doesn't seem to hold a grudge, but I'm still going to do something really nice for him. He always wanted to go to skiing, so maybe I could book a weekend at a nearby mountain the next time he's free. I asked if he was open to having sex with me, and he said that he's been trying ever since he moved in, but he was also terrified that he would have like a breakdown or something, and that's why he's been giving mixed signals. Every time we sleep together, he wants to do more than just sleep, but he's just been afraid. I said that I was willing to wait however long it took, and suggested therapy, but therapist wait lists here are really long, especially for the ones we found who deal with trauma, so I don't know how long that would take. We both promised to actually talk to each other, and I also reassured him that I would always take any problems he has seriously and not laugh, even if he thinks it's shameful. Things are looking up. He wants to have sex with me, and we're going to take it slow for now to sort of ease him into it, so maybe I'll set up something romantic this weekend and woo him. I cooked him some of his favorite food for dinner, and now he isn't tensing up when I touch him, so baby steps, smiley face. Anyway, thank you guys for the advice, because while I was worrying about the micropenis or gay thing, sexual assault never actually crossed my mind, so thanks for the help. TLDR, it was trauma, and we're working through it now. Like and follow for more.